Hello, everybody, and welcome to Between Plays Stock Market Strategies, analyzing the venture markets with the bid. Alain, Beland, how are you doing today?
Good morning, Albert. I'm doing fine. The weather is going to get better by next week with sunshine. The fall is falling in, so happy to be on the show. But I'm feeling good this morning.
Oh man, that's really cool. It's true that the weather has not been so nice the last few days here in Montreal. I mean, with the hurricanes and stuff. That Fiona, I believe, just destroyed the eastern, the Maritimes. But hopefully everybody's okay out there. And yeah, it looks like it's changing, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, Albert, I just realized last night that you're going to be at the Metaverse and 5G conference on the October 28th. Is that a sponsorship that you're on that they're going to talk about you? Because that was when I saw that yesterday, I was very amazed and happy for you. So I just want you to give me a little 2-minute blog on what that's going to be about.
It's like you're interviewing me now. Well, you know what? We started this in 2020, August, September, depending. August was for the website. September was of 2020 was for the YouTube channel. September 11th, actually. And the thing is that we've been growing slowly but quickly at the same time, because building up all the back ends of this, because we're on different platforms, Apple and Spotify, and we're on you named a social media forum that we're there, right? And we just been growing, especially in January 2021 was more of a hiatus for us because of the fact that something tragic had happened in the family. But January of this year, I mean, we've been attacking, and now we're on Decoding Tech. I mean, this massive conference that's going to be held in Brampton on October the 28th. So I'll be there 100%. And we will eventually have the president of Decoding Tech on here. Hopefully, it would be great to have him beforehand to be able to speak about all this. Kader Khan. And we have, Tech with Sandeep Panzar. He's the vice president. So look, it's all gearing up. We're growing. I mean, this is Decoding Tech is immersive. We're talking about decentralization, open networks, focusing on the metaverse and 5G. Look, Alain, it all ties in, right? I mean, whether you're looking at like lithium companies to create autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, this all plays into the new future, the new era that we're ushering in, because they're all connected to 5G telecommunications. It all comes together, and we're looking at Internet of Things, right? All interconnectivity. So it's really big. I'm really excited about it. I love the way it all fits in. It's all coming together, and yeah, I'm really happy. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm pretty proud. It's a huge step. Look, it just shows where we were. We have a great following and where we're going to be, because I plan on doing this. Oh, this is long. This is forever. This is my forever.
Well, congratulations. It's fun to see that some people succeed, and especially in these hard times. And sorry, I saw that and I was like at a shivers and a big smile on my face for you, because I know you've been working hard at this, so it's very good.
Thanks a lot. And so the last show, we ended it so with some intrigue, so that way the viewers had something to wait for. We were talking about flow through agreements. So naturally, we have Pmet, Patriot Battery Metals, that had signed a flow through agreement. Now, a lot of people are just happy when they see $20 million. They're like, oh my God, I'm invested in this company, $20 million. I mean, look, they don't have a lot of shares outstanding, so the stock is able to like move in directions very quickly. The money, if it decides to come in, it'll shoot through the roof. And, I know that, I'm looking at this company thinking, Lithium Americas is at 30 something dollars. I mean, there's a great potential if you're just going up. But before all that, can you just finish to explain what a flow through is and then lead into Pmet, because a lot of people just see the money, but they don't really know what it means.
Yeah,
What is
well,
a flow through?
flow through, like we ended the show last week, like you said, Pmet got a flow through and everybody was wowed about it because they got the premium of 109%. And flow through money is money that you got to spend in the ground. So you have like 2/31 of December to spend the money. So you have a year, and for them, it's going to be a year and 3 months to spend the money. So why it's amazing is because that money has to go in the ground. So you're getting more results, more drills going into the ground. So it could just expand the property and show what kind of deposit it is. So for me, flow through, especially this is especially for companies that could do it in Canada and Quebec. Quebec, they have super flow through, so there's extra money that the investors get back in their pocket. So that was it was an amazing, very amazing. I talked to management and I congratulated them, and they were very happy. They want to get this completed because that will give them probably 20 million in flow through money plus the hard cash. They have maybe another 10 million in hard cash plus warrants outstanding for another 15 million. So the company is well funded now and the project is doing really well. And we're just waiting for more results because with this money they'll put more drills on the land and to extend the property and show the investors that maybe it's worth a Sigma or like you said, American Lithium that are at 3.5 billion market cap. I'm not saying this is going there, but you never know. If they continue hitting, maybe it's going towards there. So let's take a look at the Patriot right now.
All right, Alain, I'll just get that up over here. Just give me a second. All right, well, Alain, here we got Patriot Battery Metals. I mean, look, they do have a nice site, that's for sure. I'm fast taking a look at this. I mean, the company has 100% holdings of the Corvette lithium project. I mean, like, what? It's over 200 square kilometers.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, yeah. And there's, look, they have 2 drills right now on the property. And with this financing, I think they're going to go to 3 and maybe 4. So this is very good for the end of the year and what's coming up in the next, in 2023 for them. So this is very, very, very good.
Yeah, and if we look at the latest news on September, because September 15th was that flow through agreement, right?
Yeah.
But if we look at the latest, September 15th, Patriot Battery Metals, the 20 million flow through, but the newest news that we have here, Patriot callers in a spotting over 22.4 meters in first drill hole, extends strike spotting mineralization to 2.1 kilometers. I mean, we're looking at a really, really big deposit here, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah, they're just expanding it, and we'll see how much they have because it's open at depth. It's open east, both sides there, right and left. It's open everywhere. So this is they're still trying to define how big this property is. So that's very, very impressive.
That's unbelievable. And here we have it at $6.47, Pmet.V. If we look at the previous close of 650, market cap of 571 million. I mean, look, that's peanuts compared to what it seems like the size of this is going to be.
Yeah, well, I've seen a report saying that this could be the next billion-dollar company. That wasn't me that's saying that. It was an article that came out. People think it could be a 1 billion market cap company. Well, investors, if you're at 500, that means it could be another double from here. But listen, I'm not here to judge and say this is going to be it. It's just that that's what some analysts have put out there.
It's crazy. Look at the shares outstanding, 88.332 million. That's pretty nuts. It's
Yeah, well, 88.3 plus they add 1.5 on that flow through that they did. They'll only have 90, not even 90 million out. Say 90 million out. So this is like
there's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about all this over here, we're mentioning there's different types of agreements and stuff like that. And we were looking at what's that next big one that we're all looking at right now. We had an interview with him, Mr. Killian Charles.
Yeah, Brunswick Exploration.
Brunswick
Brunswick Exploration.
Exploration.
I'm hearing very good things. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm doing some calls right now. I really think that right now the stock went to 44 cents. And I think by the end of this week, September 30th at 5 o'clock, there was warrants that there was about 6.5 million warrants coming due at 20 cents. So I think that right now Brunswick was under pressure from the warrant holders because the warrants were to be exercised at 20 cents. That was a private placement that was done at 13 cents. So when you look at it, 13 cents plus 20 cents at 33 cents, all you've made your money. You could sell and then exercise your warrants and start over again at 20 cents. So I think that this company is well funded. They're going to put another 6.5 million at 20 cents. So they're putting another maybe 1.5 million in the treasury. They're well funded, and we're waiting for something coming down the pipe soon. I think there won't be news until these warrants are exercised. Next week, there's that show Explore in Montreal that they could surprise us with something. And I've talked to guys that are very that are following this company, and they say if these guys surprise, it could be a 75 to $1 stock by in the next 6 months. So let's just watch it go and listen. Whoever was in there at 13, 20 cents, and now it looks like 30 cents is. Looks like there's a support there, 29, 30 cents. And if when they're going to announce that the warrants have been exercised, I think this stock is moving back towards the 44 in the 40s, which was 44, I think the high. And that's when you see, I think that was, when was that the high? I think is in August or beginning of September. That's when people have realized that they have to exercise some warrants. So that's what happened. You see, September 7th.
Yeah.
So on September 7th, it hit a high, but then we got the warrant holders that have come and put pressure on the stock. And, that's the way it was. That's another way to funding. It won't cost any money to the company, no fees to give to brokers or anything. And I think it's a very, I think I would look at it as, Pmet has ran a lot. To $6.50. This one is an infant stage. So, if it's lithium stays hot, and these guys have, I don't know how much properties they've picked up in Atlantic provinces, Quebec, Ontario, but I would put it on my watch list, and and I would be picking away at these prices, 30, 31, 29, 30. If it's around there, I think it's a strong buy right now.
I totally agree with you. I mean, when you look at how Sigma Lithium is doing, if you look at Pmet, and you look at all these other lithium stocks, I mean, Lithium Americas, I mean, what a crazy run that was in 2020. And even here, I mean, the shares outstanding 155 million. I mean, there's a ton of room.
Look, I know the company very well. So 155 million outstanding, but 75. I'd say 70 to 75% is in strong hand. Bob Wares owns over 40 something million. The Cisco Group has some. So, and he's got another big shareholder from Europe that has a big position. So I think it's 75% of the stock is held in strong hands. So there's only 25 million of the float if you look at it at of the 155 million. So this is really tight. If they hit something like, or they come out with news that are amazing, I think this stock could just blow through the roof.
I think so too.
That's my opinion. But like I said, that's my opinion, and don't take my opinion to the bank. Just do your homework.
Research, prepare, plan, execute, right? This is the motto over here. I tell everybody that you have to do your own research. First of all, you must learn how to do your own research. You cannot just rely on anyone. It doesn't matter what it is in life. Always do your research. Investing, it doesn't matter what it is. Always do your own resesearch. So
I totally agree. I have investors. Well, my wingman that has introduced me to you. Well, he's been in the market a long time. He was a professional professional trader for Desjardins, and now he's working elsewhere. But that's what he says. Now in these days, especially with the markets that are so bad, you can't trust anybody. So you got to do your research. You got to ask the questions, the hard questions. And that's, and then you take your own decision because you have no choice. But a
I
lot of
agree.
people will say, okay, we'll do something. And, they take someone and then they'll blame someone else. No, you got to blame yourself if you haven't done your homework. So
I agree.
work
So
hard
yeah,
and do your research.
yeah, and I really like here is I'm looking at this, just over 30% held by insiders, and it already got what I like when I see, even if it's a small number, I like the fact, like you're saying, that there are like institutions or whatever that are looking at this, that have an eye on it, they're already involved, and that's really good news.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all looking great for Brunswick, and like you were saying, like if I take the 3 month range, you know, it's great for anyone that was getting in here at the 24, but even there at 30 cents, I mean, with a 42 high, and then the warrants being exercised as you stated, puts this at an area where
Well,
people,
if you
if
look
are
at it, there
investing.
was a retracement of 44. I think the high when it closed, that was a close 42, but the high was 44. I think it's 50% retracement. Or
You're right,
so
44 high.
yeah,
You're right there.
44 high, and it's a retracement of, like you said, retracement almost 50% because it hit 29. So you're not buying in the high, and like I personally and have a gut feeling that it is warrant holders, and this stock is just going to bounce back. It just come out with newses, and with that show next week, Explore is next week. I think is October 4th, 5th, 6th, something like that. I think or 6th, 7th, and 8th. I think they're going to come out with something because usually companies, when there's shows like that and they're talking to a lot of investors, they like that they have news to come out for that. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's my feeling. I don't have any information from the company. It's just an inner feeling. And if you could get Killian on the show, I think it'd be great to have him on the show right now, especially if you get him before Explore or after that news, or if there is a news out. And, I think the company, I don't know, they must have, with this warrants, I think they'll have close to 5 million in funding.
It's crazy when you think about the fact that they have 810 claims,
Yeah.
22 blocks,
Yeah.
totaling 42, almost 43,000 hectares.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that they're going and a total of 125. So we got to bring the inventory to a large S-type pegmatite dikes in Quebec. Total of 125. Like, I mean, once all the samples start coming out, I mean, they hit one, yeah, it's going through the roof. So
Just to tell you,
yeah,
just to, if we look back, they have so many claims that and I had asked Killian there because I had asked about Pmet, because they're using this I don't know it's what kind of strategy to go get all these claims, but they had verified on the Pmet deposit what kind of results it would get, and if it would be a goal to get the claims that Pmet has. They just did that as a homework. And then the company, that's when because they couldn't get the Pmet project. So they did their homework, and there was a strong indication to have the Pmet project in their portfolio. So they took that model because Pmet has shown what they've done. They took that model, and that's how they staked land in Atlantic provinces, James Bay, Quebec, Ontario, and I think they're going to expand throughout Canada and North America. But that's why it's very important to know that, because their model, they've tried it, experienced it with a company that has come out with real results, and it shows that they have something. So they have so many pegmatite right now, I think it's 125 or something like that. I don't know if it's 125, 120 something. So that means they have 120 targets.
Yeah, I think it says what, 125.
Okay,
It's
so
125.
125 targets.
Yeah.
And so just let's take it, they hit 10%.
Oh
That's
my
12.
God.
It's like 12 deposits.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, some guys have told me on the street that says, Alain, go to sleep, wake up, and you could retire if you have a good position in this company.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because that's what it is, right? You just need to want to hit it. So I think for viewers right now, do your homework, but this could be something very interesting. We won't go into other stories today because we've got a lot right now on the plate.
What do you got? What else you got there, Alain? What else you got there? Come on, feed us, feed us.
Listen, there's so many stories in different fields, but I'm saying just these two right now. I think we've touched a good subject with Pmet, Brunswick. There's other in the mining industry. The mining industry could be, there's so many. There's I'm looking at telemed also industry. I'm looking also as in the infrastructure field,
Very important.
real
Very
estate.
important. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So listen.
Oh, yeah. How about we got to do something on the automotive, like Mullen Auto and stuff like that. We got a few of them out there.
Yeah, Mullen Auto. You have Manganese X. You put a show on. I think we should.
Manganese X. We got. Yep.
Yeah, Manganese X. I think in the next 6 months there's a pilot project that should be out there.
That's right.
And there's a big following in Germany. Guys should be looking at that. The lowest 20 cents. It's 23, 24. Everything is down to their lows right now. So if you have money, it's time to look at that. There's this morning, Mlcl Molecule came out with a new management team, and that thing is at 5 cents. They'll do a financing at 5 cents with a I think a warrant or half warrant 10 cents, something to look at. Modoro MDM, that it's the old management. It's the CEO is the CFO of Pmet, has put in some guys that were in Pmet at these levels at 5 cents. So at 5, 5.5, 6, they have gold and silver project in Quebec, in Mexico. The chairman of the board is Brian Ostroff, who's a CEO of Ariane Phosphate. That too, their phosphate is big with the batteries, and this is these are all companies that we should be looking at because they're down to their basement. Evergen, 16 million in cash. Stocks at 218.
Yeah, that Evergen,
13
honestly,
million out doesn't make sense. They should be a bit that positive about 10 million next year, 2023. I'm looking at EMER. It's Emergia. It's in the real estate. They have a net present value right now of all their infrastructure, like field, like they have land, they have buildings. It's 125 to 150. And the stock is laying here at 43, 46 cents. It doesn't make sense. Companies should be, we're hoping that they will be cashing in on some of these properties in the next 3 to 6 months. Will make them have lots of cash in the company, no more debt. And it doesn't make sense right now. I looked at a study this week, and it was the AAII or IIAA survey. That's mom and pop, and 60% of mom and pops are scared right now of what's going on in the market, and that's where opportunities are. Last 4 times this happened, the market was up 7, 25, 35, 53% the year after. I look at this morning, I was reading Armstrong Economics was saying that next year, 2023, people won't trust government anymore, and gold should go through the roof. So that's another sector you got to look at, gold. So I think there's lots of things. If you're on the sideline, start picking away at some of these companies. and you know, or else hang in there. We've seen these we've seen this happen many times, you know, 2008 you know, 2008 we saw it, 1987 the crash. There's always crashes. There's always, look, 2020 when we had the pandemic, we saw a crash for 2 months and then everything recouped. You know, it's be patient, make sure you have good companies, make sure you're dealing with the right companies. Management is important, project is important, you know, and how they market the company. So, you know, it's like I said before, the wingman always says it. You got to trust these guys, and you got to, you know, they have to show what they could do. So that's very important right now in these markets that we live right now.
Yeah, you know, it's like you're saying, you know, like the mom and pops right now, they're fearful of the market, and you know, and that as soon as you said that, it just triggers something in my mind, and it's something when you know Warren Buffett, you know, the Oracle of Omaha, right? What he says, and what does he say? He says, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful."
I totally
Because
agree with that.
yeah, because right now everybody's fearful, but
Yeah.
you're at the base, you're at the bottom. Everybody, like you're saying, we're at the bottom of this, we're at the bottom of this, we're at the bottom of this, we're at the, you know, look, these are our opinions, you know,
Yeah.
because it doesn't mean that it is the bottom. But when you look at historical trending and stuff like that, and you do you know, you look at the charts, the patterns, it suggests that it is the bottom. So the suggestion that it's the bottom, well, now it's time to be greedy because the others are fearful because everybody's
Yeah.
taken out, margined out. The market is like, it's just crazy all-time lows. And we're hitting areas in these companies that it's like you're saying, for example, if I take this and paraphrase this, in either Pmet, Brunswick, or whatever, you have strong people that are holding these stocks, like insiders that are like, so your support, the suggestion of hitting bottom is because you're now at the base, the support, the strong support. Of course, this is the time to get, you know, greedy. So, you know, blood in the water, sharks will swim.
Exactly. Look, I'll come back to my first interview with you, Albert, when I told you that I won the mini lotto, you know, and I remember at Christmas time, my wife, she sees a paper comes in from the, you know, through
The mail?
the mail, and she goes, "Are you gonna put us in the street with the stock CATA score? You just keep buying it, and it's at 13 cents. You've been buying it all the way down, and it keeps on buying." She goes, "Are you gonna put us in the street with this company?" I go, "Honey, trust me, solid management, solid project. One day it's gonna turn." 3 months later, the takeout came. 3 months. And then 5 months later, like I told you, I was saying, that's when it was in May, around the May 22nd, because it was my wife's 40th birthday and we were in Vegas. That's when it all triggered that the transaction followed. But that's 5 months.
Yeah.
So yes, people are scared right now because of economics, the inflation, and you know, less money in their pocket, and the food is getting expensive now. You know, gas. Yeah, okay, I'll see what I'm doing. But we went through recessions. Everybody goes through recession.
Yes.
Now's the time to be strong.
Yeah.
And look at opportunities. And if there is, maybe that's when you're gonna make lots of money. But you gotta have the guts to do it, like you said. Be greedy now, and when the market are flying, don't be scared to feed the pigeons.
Well, that's just it. So, you know, there's a big saying that cash is king. You know, I hear that a lot from a lot of people, and yeah, absolutely, if you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
the thing is, if you know, you can go to cash all you want, but if you don't know how to play that cash when you got the cash, like if you are holding on to it now, like, ooh, I just got out of it, the stock market just in time, let's just say. But if you're getting out of the stock market and getting into the stock market when it's already going up, because a lot of people they only get in when they see the markets going up, like the stocks are going up,
Yeah.
and then it's already gone up 10%, whatever, and then they're like, okay, it's time to get in. Well, if you make 1 or 2% at that point, but then eventually you lose 1% or whatever, you're never really making money. And if it takes a year or two by the time it gets to, let's say a trader that does something like that, well, you gotta take into account what is your dollar worth now, anyways. So,
Yeah.
cash is king if you know how to invest it, where to put it. Timing is key, and real estate, this, that, you can buy other cash, you can buy bonds, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, cash is king, yes, if you know how to play it. And I agree with you that right now, you know, be greedy when others are fearful, and people are fearful.
Yeah.
They are
I
fearful, and
agree.
this is where you, to put it in other terms, if you don't take a chance, let's say you're in your comfort zone, all right, and your comfort zone could be your week by week pay or something like that. How are you gonna become? How are you gonna get up on a stratification layer, right, of society, if you're not taking chances, if you don't go open up that
Take
pizza
risks.
shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to take
Yeah.
risks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly. I totally
Anyway,
agree.
Alain, I don't know if you have anything else to add for
Right
today.
now, I think we've covered a lot of bases. Right now, I think the bases were loaded. We emptied them, and let's look at maybe another subject next week. But this was very, I think guys could listen, and if they have any questions, send the emails, send the texts, and we're gonna try to answer you guys the most we can.
All right. So, Alain, thank you so much. Everybody, like we always say at the show, research, prepare, plan, execute, stay strong. On next show. Thank you, Alain.
Thank you, Albert. Have a good day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Between Plays Stock Market Strategies. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Head off into our description below if you'd like to know where all of our social media links are, and also the podcast, whether it be Apple or Spotify. We will be doing interviews with CEOs, with analysts, and it's not only on the stock market itself, but also on cryptocurrencies and blockchains. We will have guest speakers. We will be doing panels. You will be able to enjoy a lot of different content. Have a great day, and always remember, research, prepare, plan, execute. Stay strong.
And that leads me to maybe a couple of other things we want to talk about, because I know people wonder how people get finance, especially in any industry. So I just want to give other ways. The flow through is for mining companies. If you look at, there's private placements that could be done, or there's warrants that could be exercised. And then when warrants get exercised, meaning the people are in the money and it's free, it's like having a free financing for public companies.
Okay.
An example of that is Brunswick Exploration right now. That's also in the lithium, and I'm hearing very good things right now on this.
Hold on a second. Let's go back to Patriot, because I want to put up their thing. So let's go start by saying, let's take a look at Patriot. Let's take a look at Patriot, and then I'll be like, okay, let me put up the stock symbol. So just go ahead, start with that. Say, let's take a look at Patriot.